Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks really part two of this, but I was just playing around. I wasn't going to make a video, and then I did this. And I'm going to do it a little bit better because I made this with that shape, and I thought, it's not that big a deal. But then I did this, and I think it's pretty unique looking. So this is a non-centerable item because it's the three-sided. But we have to have it that way. So I'm going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. CorelDraw thinks the center is right there. So what we're going to do is find the center. We're going to take a 2-point line and go to the midpoint down to there. And then go to the midpoint, not the edge. Got to be on the midpoint down to there. That is your center. So what we're going to do, we're going to select it all and move it up to there. Whoop, I didn't select it all. You got to make sure you get it all, and then move that to that. It should snap right to that center. Now we can get rid of these lines now. We don't need them anymore. And I'm just going to kind of play around this. And if you start from the furthest point with your line, then you don't have to worry about it being shorter or longer. So I'm going to go right there, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a curve. Now I'm going to Control D to duplicate it, Alternate C, which is going to put the rotation there. I'm going to rotate it 20 degrees. Well, I put 20 degrees. What is going on here? Let me make sure my number locks are locked. Control D, move it down manually, or Alternate C, which does a great job, and rotate it 20 degrees. There we go. Control D all the way around, and see how my lines are passed, but it doesn't really matter. Now I'm just going to grab one of these lines, and it doesn't matter. I'm going to grab this one. You know what? It would make two different looking items. Let's try that. Let's make this one and this one and see what it looks like. I didn't even notice that before. We're going to move this out of the way, and we're going to nudge this back. But we're going to take the interactive fill tool and get a little bling to it, or a little shadow to it, make it look black in the middle. And you know what? While we're here, I'm going to do the exact same shadow to this one. So I'm going to grab the attribute eyedropper and take a sample and put it on there. Now, Control D to make a duplicate, Alternate C to make the rotation and rotate it that 20 degrees. Control D all the way around. So that's just a basic flower, no big deal. Let's see what it looks like with that other shape though. Because I'm nudging, I'm going to put it right back. Control D, make a duplicate, Alternate C to put the rotation to the center of the page, and make this 20 degrees. Look at the difference in the flower just by picking the second shape. I'm going to go ahead and use the first one. But what we're meant to grab it all. I'm just going to move it out of the way. I'm going to group this together. That's important. And then hit P, put it in the center of the page. I'm going to take this original shape. I'm actually going to flip it over. I like it like this. But I'm going to put it in here, and it needs to be a little bit smaller, and I also need it to be on top. I need to be able to see it, so I've still got it selected. I'm going to go, Object, Order, Front of Page. And it's a little bit big, so I'm going to bring it in. But I want it right there. Now I'm going to move this over, and I'm going to go to Effects and Contour. I'm going to contour the inside 1/4 of an inch, and not thick enough. Let's go 1/2 inch or 0.75, 3/4 of an inch. Give it some depth. Now to make this work, I've got to fill this in. I'm going to fill it in with a different color so you can see, other than that purple. Let's just use a yellow. That's going to create a new object. Now I'm going to put on top. I'm going to select them both, and I'm going to go to intersect. And when I did that, look what it did. It intersected those ribbon colors. And if I would have played around with it, the original, and maybe, put some light and dark, and I mean, they're different shapes, they're different sizes, but you put this on a black background, and it kind of pops out. Now this might not help anybody. I'm just playing, but that's a pretty cool little design if you're going to print on a t-shirt or something, or something like that. It doesn't have to be that shape. I just use that shape because I was using that shape. If I wanted to, draw a circle and hit P, and with a circle, I don't need to have the contour tool, but I do need to move it off the page a little bit and Control D and make a duplicate and then bring it in. The key is to use your Smart Fill tool to make that new object. No, those two groups, if we look down here, it's just two objects. Go up to intersect, and voila, now I have that same kind of pattern. It's going to, this time it's going to be more equal to the same size of every one of them. Pretty cool little effect. I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.